It's Thursday. I actually already used this.
Oh.
I did. Good morning. Welcome Thursday. Welcome to Breakfast Stream. I hope that everybody slept well. Did you sleep well?
The sleep I got, yeah.
Did I sleep well?
Did you?
I went to bed late, but I've had a thing. I've had a project that I've needed to work on, and finding the time recently to work on it has been a little difficult. Mm-hmm. And last night was the first time in a while where it's like, oh, I've got some time to work on this. And so I did it. And so I did it. And I can't wait for everyone to see it whenever that happens. It's not my project, so when it comes out, you can see it. It is really, yeah, it is the storyboard project.
Kipple, come on. Kepler worked hard on it too.
I mean, Kepler was in my lap eating this snack.
When you're drinking unearthly sauce, you should be eating Tiny Eddie's Azure chicken chunks.
I'm sorry. Really got two Eddies in one here. 1050 from Anise. Hey Eddie, it's my 34th birthday.
Happy birthday!
What snack can I get? Happy birthday, Anise.
Well, only when you're drinking unearthly sauce.
When you're drinking unearthly sauce.
You can't eat this otherwise, or it's not good.
Azure chicken chunks. Which has a good little alliteration to it. We don't call them chicken nuggets around here. They chicken chunks. I really like unearthly sauce. Gonna go down to the bar. Gonna get unearthly sauce. Oh my god.
Was that too much this morning?
It was just a wild first one. It was a wild first one.
Famicom, that was my first thought too.
Yeah, I've seen. I don't know if anyone has seen the NyQuil chicken thing going around. Do not make NyQuil chicken. Do not make food with medication. Do not do that. I would hope that most people would have the semblance of an idea of like, should I take medication, which is medicine and requires certain dosages and speaking to a doctor, and cook my food in it? You shouldn't do that, actually, no.
Capo, come here.
Is it a TikTok? Probably. I don't even know where it began. But what about... Mr. Deathkill's nice. What about my Tylenol stroganoff? Woo. The kids aren't all right. Because they're playing this game.
Daisy and Ash Ketchum team up to hunt down alternate reality Kalala, who's hiding in DK Isle.
The team no one believed in. Daisy and Ash Ketchum.
We're looking for Ooh La La.
Yeah, from from Space Channel 5. That was a bit from Aldo. Says, I think I have an idea of what game Steven's new project is about. Thanks, Rad. It's true.
That's definitely it.
It's true. It definitely involves Daisy and Ash Ketchum. Why don't we get these crossover games? We should. That'd be fun. Penguin Frog says, my sandwich from Dunkin' was very wrong and inedible. I have had
sorry.
I have had inedible sandwiches from Dunkin'. Most of the time they're not.
There's one in particular that was in Myrtle Beach that was always bad, and I stopped there once for coffee before going to work, and it was too hot for me to drink all the way till work. And then I finally got to work and I was like, okay, this is cool enough to drink. I took a sip and it was sour. They had put sour cream in.
I've had a
Not
sandwich.
like sour cream, but sour, like cream that had gone sour.
I had a sandwich from Dunkin' on 2 occasions where the sandwich was like completely charred. And I was like, oh, good. Good. But most of my experiences have been good. Most of them. So, yeah, that's the drive-through experience, right? You get your order, you get on the road, you're disappointed far away from the place you ordered, and you're like, well, that's that. And it's 2022 now, so it costs you 3 times as much as it should. Going through the drive-through is
Coffee.
It should not cost that much to get a biscuit. Anyway, we got 20 months from Larry C 24, 26 from Desautel Racing 62. This is with the numbers backwards.
Yeah.
Pointing that out. Mr. Gamboy says, I check my order before leaving nowadays. It depends. It depends. It depends how much we get. We don't normally check, but if it was just me, I might look in the bag. Or we might look in the bag. We might be like, because I don't, if the sandwich is wrong, I don't care so much if the sandwich is wrong. If the sandwich is burnt, then it's burnt. But the thing that I hate, I do hate going through a drive-through, and then you drive away and you're like, where's the fries? That I do hate. I really dislike that. You go to the McDonald's, you're like, I'm gonna get the thing, and they're like, cool, we got you, and then you start driving away, and Mal's pulling the stuff out, and she's like, ooh, and I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, so your sandwich is in here, and I'm like, that's good. I ordered a sandwich. She's like, and I got like a yogurt parfait, and I'm like, cool, that's good. And she's like, yeah, your fries ain't in here. And then I'm like, my world is ended.
You know what's really good at
I
McDonald's?
just want to consume potato. What's good at McDonald's?
That I don't think about often for breakfast is their oatmeal.
Oh, yeah.
Because they give you like little chopped up apple pieces and like grapes. Not grapes, raisins. And their oatmeal is good. It's like not super sweet, but it's not like disgusting.
I like potato.
I know you like potato.
I really like, I do. I really like potato in the form of fries, but also I spend more time, if I'm going through the drive-thru, I spend more time eating breakfast potatoes, I think, at drive-thrus than actual French fries. Mm-hmm. Because typically if we're going through a drive-thru, we're going through a drive-thru because
We've gotten up early to go somewhere.
Exactly. So a lot of my drive-thru experiences are morning, and I get the hash brown. And I can't even, I will cry. I really want that hash brown in the morning. I really want it.
Toku wants to know what your Waffle House hash brown order is.
Waffle House hash brown order. Ooh woo.
They haven't been before, and they're going to be going.
Oh my god. Well, if you haven't been before, I would highly advise you to order something that sounds good to you. Don't get them dry, Jonathan, but get the things on them that you want, even if it's just one single thing, even if it's just cheese.
Which is smothered? Is cheese smothered?
Covered.
Is that covered? Someone's gonna know.
Smothered? One of them's onions.
Onions are smothered.
I think it's covered. I don't know. I haven't been to a Waffle House in a while.
I know. We need to go. Haley's here this morning. Haley, we need to go to Waffle House.
We can go. There are many of them around.
We could go.
Covered is cheese, I'm fairly certain, and smothered is onions. Yes, yeah, okay. Yeah. Covered is cheese, smothered is onions. Capped is mushrooms. Topped is chili. There's other things.
Oh shoot, come on, please zoom in correctly. Smothered as onions, covered as cheese, chunked as ham.
Chunked as ham.
Diced as tomatoes. Peppers as jalapenos. Capped as mushrooms, topped as chili, and country as sausage gravy. Which I need to try sometime.
Yeah. I mean, there are folks here that either don't like hash browns or they do like them plain.
Yeah.
I don't care how you order them, but if you're looking for an order at the Waffle House, my suggestion would be to order something that you like. My order is covered, capped, topped, which is cheese, chili, and mushrooms. That being said, I sometimes switch it up.
I like smothered, covered, diced, capped, and occasionally topped.
Yeah, I always want I really like the chili at Waffle House. I like getting cheese and chili, and then I'm just a big mushroom fan, so yeah.
Haley, 2 egg breakfast over easy, smothered, covered, peppered.
Knowing your order is good. I don't know. I'd eat anything from the Waffle House, but my favorite thing is definitely.
Does chili have beans or no beans? Waffle House chili has beans.
Yeah.
And Husk says American food terminology confuses me sometimes. This is only Waffle House.
Yeah, this is Waffle House. This isn't a American food thing. It's very specifically a Waffle House thing.
Haley says, I do hate how sticky Waffle House is. Yeah, but that's part of it. That's Waffle House.
Yeah.
A lot of the Waffle Houses in Raleigh have 4 stars.
It is true. Raleigh has the highest rated Waffle Houses on
that we've seen
that I've ever seen. So I really want to go to these Waffle Houses. You know.
Because I was like, well, where are they? So then I started clicking them on Google Maps, and I was like, 4.2, 4.1, what?
Yeah, I really want to go to them. So if we could make that a point, we should do that. That would be good to do. We could go with our friends.
A Friday after stream.
Maybe. It'd be very late, but maybe.
Oh no, the ham! The ham! I can't like the ham!
Sorry.
I was segueing
a little bit. Mm-hmm. Go with our friends, such as Brandon.
He's been to one.
I'm getting. It's a segue.
Go ahead.
Because Brandon is moving here today.
Yeah. Actually, Haley's probably going to be leaving pretty soon to go get him.
Yeah. So we welcome Brandon into the Raleigh fold. I mean, with or without Waffle House, and it's up to him, but
Brandon is ours now.
Anyway, I'm going to read a few more alerts because they do come in. I do have to acknowledge that. I've been talking very explicitly about Waffle House. We get 22 months from Lavender Cats. We get 300 bits from Howie Sona Snacks, who says, hey, Stephen Amell, my childhood dog of 14 years passed away Sunday. She literally waited till I got back on break from college.
Oh.
My question is, how do you keep grief from turning into guilt? Please send good vibes. I mean, first off, I'm sorry, because that is terribly rough. If you've had a dog for that long and you have all sorts of memories attached to the dog, it's a member of your family, and it is going to be extremely difficult.
Yeah.
So we start by sending good vibes. Grief is complicated. Grief is very, very complicated. It's one of those things that you have to allow yourself to grieve, but you can't use it as an opportunity to beat yourself up either. I know that there will be times where you'll think, I could have done this, I should have done this. And I had that exact same experience with Sagan too. Because when we talked to the vet and we had to make the decision to put Sagan down, that was very, very difficult. And I made it based on all of the information that I had at the time, which I know in my heart was the right decision.
Yeah.
But that has not stopped me
From wondering.
from occasionally feeling guilty, like, you know, maybe we should have tried something, or maybe we should have brought them home, or like all of these different things. And I think it's a normal thing. I want to clarify that. I think that everyone goes through that blurred grief guilt line. Everyone has that to some extent, no matter what's going on that's causing them grief. But you have to fight it as best you can, because you know it's not your fault. You know, I'm sending you good vibes today, Howie. And it is difficult, but it will get better with time. And in the meantime, allow yourself to grieve, and try and focus on good memories and distractions when you need them. Distractions are actually very, very helpful.
Yeah.
When going through grief. I mean, you want to give yourself time to focus on what's happening, but
and time to feel the feelings you're feeling. And
then there will be a time where you must step away, and it's kind of like a back and forth. So, I wish you well. We got 22 months from GFA Hard, 18 from Sammy R05, 26 from DJ Moore 15, 49 from Skit Scott, 47 from Jayazak, 60, that's not 62. If anyone hits 62, that would be alarming. Someone went into the future. 26 months. Let's see, is it 26 months from Eye of the Siren 182. We got 12 months from Deluminator. And then keep clapping, because Air-3K hit 48 months, and that is a 4. Congrats. We got 8 months from Robolane. 2 months from Tasty Bizkits. Subscription from JohnnyBoy307. Welcome. LB308 gives a sub to SophG93 and Private Butter for Christ. I've kind of jumped around here a little bit. We get 3 to Bitsum Squid, who says, I just want to hear ooh-woo. We have a bit alert for that. I wonder how much Josh loves that. People can just make him say ooh-woo. 3 from Johnny Boy says, you do more Mario Super Smash Brothers. Wait, is that a question? You do more Mario Super Smash Brothers. Hold on, are you asking if we will play more Super Smash Brothers? Because the answer is, as soon as, I mean, I don't know about you guys. I think Sakurai has been pretty slack and not constantly producing a video game and using up all of the years and mental energy and physical energy of his life. I think it's about time for him to get to another Smash Brothers. Someday in the far-off future, when there is a new Smash Brothers, I'm sure we'll cover it. In the meantime, we did do all of the DLC, so.
Welcome. How'd you get here? You're looking at me like, mother.
He's such a selfish jerk. He worked, what, like 80, 100-hour weeks? That's it, Sakurai? 100-hour weeks for several years making this game? Okay, well, you finished it, Sakurai. Where's the next one? I hope he doesn't make the next Smash Brothers. He made one called Ultimate. Just stop. Just stop. Give it like a few more years. Let someone else do it. And then like let Sakurai come into the room. He's not allowed to touch it. He's not allowed to touch it, but he's allowed to come into the room like once a week for 5 minutes and see it and then say something, and that's it.
And then everyone else has to do it, what he says.
Yeah, he's allowed to have like a producer credit, and that's it. No touching. Sorry, as someone who has gotten a little bit better
about delegating?
well, delegating, but also just work-life balance.
Yeah.
In my past year or two, like, I really hope that man stays as far away from work as possible.
Thomas.
That's what I hope. Anyway, where was I? I was somewhere. Ernie Bits of Cheese Hammer says, so what I'm learning here is that if I was a potato hammer and not a cheese hammer, I might not be ignored all the time. For shame. I mean,
We don't really buy potatoes.
we only eat them at the drive-thru.
Haley.
I mean, you have. You definitely have. It's not a bad thing, but you definitely have. You could use a potato hammer if you were making mashed potatoes, and we don't really.
We have a masher.
Yeah, but we also do not make mashed potatoes.
No.
We have bought potatoes occasionally. We usually buy the little.
Hash brown patties.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, we stay stocked in those.
Those are hard to find sometimes.
Yeah, they fluctuate a little bit.
Work or Lunchables without
I wasn't thinking about hash browns. I was thinking about the little, what are they called? They're like,
That's potatoes?
this is potato, tiny potato. Tiny potato. You go to the grocery store and it's in the potato section and it's tiny
like
potato.
baby potatoes. Like baby reds.
I was using tiny and I should have said baby.
Fingerling.
Of course.
Fingerling is another kind.
Fingerling is, those are the
long ones.
cylindrical ones, but I'm just thinking of baby potatoes. Sometimes we'll buy those. But it is pretty rare for us to just straight up buy a potato. I think it's because I've
Sometimes I do baked potatoes.
I've mortified you in the past by just eating the potato. You know.
I think Chaz did that once on game night too.
It's just efficient. It's just efficient. Potato is done. You're holding the potato. You just eat the potato. It's just efficient. My point in all of this is that we don't typically do nothing wrong with eating a potato.
Not raw, baked potato.
Nothing wrong with eating
but
a
a
potat.
solid, whole baked potato.
God, give me one of them potats. But my point in all of that is that we don't really make mashed potatoes very much is like
Your mom's thing.
that's my mom's thing.
Yep, because she's so good at them.
It is hands down my favorite thing for my
Holidays that your mom makes.
it's my favorite food that my mom makes. It's mashed potatoes.
And she's given me the recipe, and I've done it, but hers are better.
Well, they're made with. And I was gonna say love, but then that insinuates that you don't make it with love, and that's not true. And I was gonna say care, but that would imply that you're careless when you make them, and that's not true. So I don't know. It's just magic. It's magic. She didn't tell you her. She left one thing out.
There is one thing. She's like, now this is the secret ingredient. And she told me what it was, and it's in my recipe, but...
It's fine. Made with mom. Is it NyQuil? No.
Kepler, I love you.
It is not NyQuil.
I just have warm kitty on my lap and he purring. He has not stopped purring.
He's very happy this
He's
morning.
so happy.
There we go.
You're a good boy.
Cookie. You know what the problem with cookie is?
What?
You're holding it. Mm-hmm. You dip it. Mm-hmm. The part that is submerged gets nice and soft, but there's still a sliver.
That's why I use a fork. When I have cookies that like that with the cream, I shove the fork through the cream so they kind of stick on the fork, and then I put them in. And then I eat them off the fork.
I've never
You've never watched me do that? That's how I eat them all the time.
considered that. Also, when you say all the time, it implies that you've had...
Oh,
when was the
yeah.
last time you even ate one of those?
I don't know.
Years ago.
We have Oreos downstairs. And milk.
We are getting a Christmas song. It's not even Halloween. Pumpkins, skeletons. We were at Costco the other day, and they
There's
had
so much Christmas
so much
stuff.
Christmas stuff out, and I'm like, it's not time. It's not time yet. Oh man, who was I with? Was it Josh? I think it was Josh. So Josh was here at some point. I don't remember when. It was like last week. He's still here, actually.
Yeah, he's still here.
He's still here. We'll see him soon. We went to a Costco, and Josh has not spent much time at the Costco. And when we were walking through the Costco, he was like, we were looking at all this stuff, and he was like, man, he's like, they just have like princess dresses. Because there was a big old thing of princess dresses.
Yeah, for Halloween.
And I told him, I said, well, that's the thing. He said they have princess dresses. And I said, well, it's for Halloween. And then he started laughing, and he's like, that makes way more sense. Costco just has an aisle dedicated to princess dresses 24/7, all the time. I'm gonna go get me some coffee. I'm gonna pick up some pot roast. I gotta get me a princess dress, which I can. It's located right next to the book aisle. You never know when you might want to be a princess.
Yep.
You never know. You never know. I would not fit into those princess dresses.
No, you would not.
Those are made for children, and I am the opposite of a child. Well, at least.
Haley says, come over and carve pumpkins. I already bought them for you. That would be fun.
We might.
We could do that this weekend.
We might. We'll see.
You know what Stephen did do yesterday related to clothing?
Oh, yeah! Oh, this is cool. This is exciting for people who aren't me. And maybe a little bit for me. It's not really like my thing. Vagabond guessed it immediately. I got a suit. For those who are not aware, Mallory's sister, younger sister, Carly, is getting married.
In a month.
Next month.
Yeah.
Next month. And I do not own a suit. All of the suits I've ever had in my life
Were hand-me-downs.
were hand-me-downs from the 90s that did not fit quite right.
Oh, they have big shoulders.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm fine with it. Don't really care.
They look so bad.
I really didn't matter to me. It was fine.
The wedding suit was a rental.
That was a rental. So I've never owned a suit for me, and we actually went to a suit store, like a local suit store, and we talked to the really nice people in there.
Yeah.
We had a really good experience. And the first time we were in there, he looked at me and he was like, you're this. And then he like measured me and he was like, I was right. And I was like, this guy, and I was like, ooh, right there in the store. I was like, this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And the suit, that was a month ago, and the suit came in, and I had to go in to get it where they do the pins.
Tailored.
Which was all part of the cost of the suit, which was really,
Yeah.
I thought that was really good. Actually, I know it was good because we talked to Paul. Paul is our suit friend. I think everyone has a suit friend. Paul is our suit friend, so we actually had a lot of questions for Paul at the very beginning of all this for like what we could, expect them to cost or whatever. So it was all like very reasonable. And went in yesterday.
Hey, where they do the pins.
Yeah, I went in yesterday. They did the pins, and then we got a chance to look at it.
You tried on the pants and made sure that, because they have to hem the pants.
I made sure that the pants went up my body and did not fall back down. And I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, that is definitely a suit. And it has been very hard for me to go through with all this process because, like, I historically have not been a big clothes person, which means that when it comes to suits, I'm much less of a suit person. And this person is like, suits are their life. It's like a family business.
We've been into the store
It's like
3 times now, and he's had a different suit every time, and he always looks phenomenal.
It's like I am. There's way more truth in that than you probably know. The establishment is like a long line
Yeah.
of like suit people. It's like a generational store with my dad did the suit, his dad did the suit, like that sort of thing, right? And as a result, they know the suits and they are very excited about the suits. And I'm not. It's not like I'm unhappy to be in there. It's just that, like, I don't know what I'm looking at. I really don't. So, like, when we first went in there, and he's like, put this one on. And he's like, now this one is this much. And he's like, and it's whatever. And I'm like, mm-hmm. And then he puts on another one, and he's like, now this one's a little more expensive. And
he's like, you can tell.
And you can tell. And I'm thinking, definitely can't tell. Definitely can't tell. I'm not sure what I would be looking for. But I can't say that. But I'm just thinking, like, yes, this one is more money for some reason. And then he's like, now let's put on this one.
This one is even more money.
This one is even more money. And I'm like, and then he's like, so what are we thinking? And I'm thinking, they're all the same. Like, I understand that to somebody this means something. They all seem very nice. As long as they fit my body and it doesn't look like I'm David Byrne, then it's probably fine, right? So just give me the cheapest one. Which was still expensive because it's like a custom fitted nice suit. But that's the decision that I went with. So whenever we went back in,
he did correct you immediately. You put on that jacket yesterday, and he's like, now suit etiquette.
I don't know anything about. I went into. I put on the thing and I buttoned both buttons, and he did say. He could tell I knew nothing. He could tell I was a completely uncultured swine, and that I spend most of my days wallowing in the mud, holding cameras above me, going, woo! That's what I do. That's what Stephen George
seen you first,
does.
I would have corrected you, because I know that.
Thomas says I'm faint. So I put it on and I buttoned both buttons, and he stopped me and he said, "Now." It's like he getting nervous, like a little cold sweat. Haley, I don't even wear suits and either that's wrong. Guess what? I did not. So he said, now what you're going to want to do, he said, common suit etiquette is that you just have the one button. And I was like, so I undid the bottom button. He says, and now I'm going to contradict myself. He said, because to do the tailoring, you're going to want to do both buttons. And I was like, so they rebuttoned the button. Yeah. I don't know a whole lot about this sort of thing because this is not my world. It's not my world.
This guy is so nice, and
he
definitely knows his stuff because he was guessing Steven's size without measuring and then measuring to double check. And there's different types of Southern accents. There's like more of like a traditionally country accent. This guy has a very like upstanding Southern accent, like a
Southern gentleman.
A Southern gentleman accent.
Yeah. North Carolina Southern gentleman accent.
It's really nice.
And everything about the experience was great, except me. I'm the part that's not great, but I knew that walking into honest to God, walking into a suit store for me is like, I don't know what it would be like for someone else, but for me, it's like I'm going in the door and I'm like, all right.
You can do this, Steven.
You can do this. This is going to be an experience, and it's fine. And the store is not playing music, so it is one of those things. Like I go in there and it's just like completely silent, and I'm
Thomas, it wasn't.
No, this is a local place. This is like a family
business that's been passed down many generations.
Yeah, a long time. So it was. Everything about it was good. Everything about it was good. And he had patience with me,
when you had the jacket on, when you first put the jacket on, you were a column. Because that's how they're made. Like, like from your shoulders to the bottom of the jacket was just straight column. Yeah, you looked like a column. And then he started pinning it for where he was going to take it in, and like then you had shape, and it looked a lot better.
I had shape. I asked Mal to film something.
We didn't ask the guy if he could be on the video, so I just kind of waited until he was not standing next to you, and I filmed you a little bit. So
Sure.
There's not a whole lot of
Sure.
it.
It is difficult to get into the whole rigmarole of, hey, so we do this for a living. Do you
Yeah.
mind appearing in this? Yeah, we didn't get into that, but you got a clip of
Yeah.
me in the suit. Okay.
Just on the coat though, because you didn't have both on at the same time.
Yeah.
You'll
And
do that next week because we got to get you a shirt and tie.
Yeah, and maybe we'll probably get another video clip then, because I have to get the whole
Outfit.
Yeah.
Ensemble.
ensemble. So
I like
we
how you
gotta-
always put a Spanish spin on French words.
Yes, that was Spanish. Let's read some things now that I've taken my my suit detour.
Does he have dress shoes? Yes.
I don't know
They
when
do need to be cleaned and polished. Maybe we'll bring them back to your parents and your dad can polish them for you.
Okay. Lost Vagabond gifted a sub to Malier. Johnny Boy 307 gifted a sub to Amaranth. We got 300 bits from Shy. It says, with the bird, cold, coming in, and my sleeves getting longer, I remembered a funny story from high school. When I would wear sweaters and long sleeve shirts, I'd carry my pens, pencils, and other writing utensils in my left sleeve. People would ask to borrow something, and I'd pull it out of my sleeve like an Assassin's Creed hidden blade. I like that. That's fun. I was the pen guy in high school. Like if someone needed a pen, they knew I had a pen. And I also had the good pens because I got onto my little like Pilot Geo5 thing early. Like it was like middle school where I had figured it out because I had started with the Geo7s and then I tried a Geo5 and I was like, this is it. This is the pen. This is going to be the pen I use for the rest of my life.
And you are very particular about that pen.
I am. Don't hand me any other pen. I just want to use the pen.
I should throw one in my purse.
The Pilot Geo5. So I would always have those on me, and if someone needed a pen, they knew I had one. I also like classic like Bic pens.
You've been very confused by my fountain pens.
Can't use them. It's
Yeah.
impossible.
There's been a few times I hand you one to write with, and you're like, how? And I'm like,
that
just
is
spin it
a
this
fountain
direction.
pen is just a knife that bleeds ink. And I can't figure out how they work. 300 bits from Alex Butterfly says, I just found out they're building a Costco here, and I am so excited to finally go to one. They're great. They really are truly great. And it's one of those things that if it's close enough and it makes sense, cost-wise, it will pay for itself.
Yeah. The
Quite,
other
quite
membership.
literally. Quite literally.
Or in the money you save by going there.
Yeah. And you can also, they also got, a lot of them have the gas.
Yeah.
Gas is a great deal.
Gas is like 20 cents cheaper normally for us. About 20
Yeah,
cents
it's
cheaper.
it's a good deal. It's a really good deal. Also, I cannot recommend it enough if you have like roommates or something, and
Yeah.
like you got a bunch of people that are going to go to the Costco, or I guess if you have a family. I was like, what's a situation where there'd be like 4 people living in the same house? Roommates or a family. If you have a family, if you have like children.
Yeah.
Anyway, 300 bits from Kiwi Scipio says, it's a clown of a morning the day before the wedding. Stress has gotten to me to the point I was awake from midnight to 5 a.m. and only woke up for this because of the trash man outside. Fiancé is still positive, so the wedding has now been condensed, and I'm sure the bridesmaid, totally understanding her not wanting to come, just sad I won't see her.
I'm sorry.
I am sorry. It seems like there's a lot of things happening right here at the buzzer, and I know that that's got to be stressful. And I don't have a lot of solutions.
Someday you will look back and it will all be a fun story of remember when we got married and this happened.
But in the meantime,
Yeah.
what I can do is just offer you good vibes and hope that everything that can turn out good does turn out good. and not too much gets changed around. That's my hope for you. Yami Florence gifted a sub to
Haley.
Haley.
Grab your vintage haunted lamp and enjoy Tiny Eddie's glazed soup bars.
Soup in a bar.
I'm just trying to imagine taking a bite out of a granola bar, but the granola bar is just
Soup.
like you. This is not something that you
Haley.
can't do. You can always open a strip mall. You could do this. I mean, if you had chicken noodle.
And froze it?
Well, that's the thing. It can't
Put
be
enough gelatin in it?
It has to be like gelatinous. Does that sound disgusting?
It does. But I do like grab your vintage haunted lamp.
We have one of those. 1,000 bits from Leaf, who says, "Alrighty, Tiny Eddie, give me a snack to power through work meetings today. Also, good morning and good vibes to everyone." Well, good morning, Leaf. Eat soup.
We had,
Put the gelatin in the soup, turn it into a bar, enjoy.
for haunted lamps, we had
Enjoy.
Haley's lamp in our house for a while because it was one of the things they brought prior to moving.
The spitter lamp.
The spitter lamp that I made that Haley turned into a lamp. And I think did it freak Brandon or Josh out? One of them saw it and was like,
It is a little alarming, in fairness.
it is.
Whenever you wake up in a room and there's a zombie head in it,
Yeah.
it's a little alarming. We get 300 bits from Genesis, who says, "Hey, speaking of Costco, they have their chicken pot pies out, and they are just the best."
We have not tried those.
I
I've
have not
seen
tried
them
those.
though.
Another thing we haven't tried at Costco, and I'm not a big pumpkin pie person, but Costco has these really, really big, really heavy pumpkin pies for very, very cheap.
They're not like mine though.
Well, honey,
They don't have enough spices.
they're not. Yeah, none of them are going to be quite like making it yourself. But
Yeah.
the fact that you can go down to the Costco and give them some dollars, and your roommates or family of 4 can eat pie for a while, that's good.
Haley, do you have a photo of the lamp?
I was trying to think if we had a photo, but
I mean, I
don't know.
probably have one on my computer.
Just that the Costco pumpkin pies are not enough pepperonis.
Correct.
As we learned last stream, there's types.
How do I give it to me?
Send it to Chaz.
Yeah, send it to Chaz. Like on Discord, that would probably be best.
Send it to Chaz on Discord, and he will get it on the screen. That is a way to do it. Like, I can snap one now, but I'm not Chaz. I know. Only Chaz is Chaz. That's why we must offer up our photos to Chaz.
Colin says, who has the lamp? Haley has the lamp that's going to be on screen. We have the TRG lamp.
Yeah, we have scary haunted lamp, and Haley has scary haunted zombie lamp. Very different. Very, 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 very different things. What's this?
Grab your easy jack-o'-lantern and enjoy Tiny Eddie's pureed unknown syrup squares.
Unknown syrup squares.
That was a bit from Lavender Cats. I've had a rather eclectic breakfast of strawberry Pop-Tarts, Asiago cheese bread, and a chocolate protein shake. What else can I add to this madness, Tiny Eddie?
Well, Pop-Tarts are kind of unknown squares.
First off, a Pop-Tart is a rectangle. Second off, if it's unknown, that's a little alarming. This is pureed unknown syrup squares, which actually does kind of define Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
It really does. Pureed unknown syrup squares. I've been really...
Unknown what they're made with to
Do you
make
know
them
how-
so dry.
Do you know how hard it is for me to say syrup with 2 syllables?
Syrup?
It's very difficult. Rectangles are squares, though.
Yes. A square is a shape that has 4 right angles and 4 sides.
I thought this...
Oh wait, squares are rectangles but not vice versa.
Yeah.
That's it.
Other way... Not David Lynch screaming from the back. No, a square is a rectangle. Square is a rectangle.
Squares have equal sides. That's it.
See, I know some things.
Chaz.
I enjoy watching two art students do math. It's not
Chaz.
math. That's not math. That's memory. There's no math involved. It's either a thing that you know or a thing that you don't know, or more likely a thing that, like, you're pretty sure and then you're not sure actually for sure. That's how that works. That is very... It's not math! It's not math! Knowing... Oh, my Lord. Oh,
Knowing
we're
your
about...
shapes.
We're about to go down a road. It's not math. 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 No, no. Math is when you take a number and then you take a letter and you get angry. That's math. That's what that is. Knowing whether a thing is a thing or is not a thing, that's not a math skill. That's just memorization. Anyway, I will not allow you to come into my stream and talk about math here. This is a safe space. We can talk about fabric and sewing and
Chaz
cameras.
says, anyway, here comes the lamp so you're not jump scared.
Sure, send us the lamp.
Lamp!
That's the lamp. It's, so Mal made this in college.
She's like 1.5 feet tall. Like, just the bust, right?
Yeah, somewhere between 1 foot and 1.5 feet. It's modeled after the spitter from Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead 1, Left 4 Dead 2, Spitters
I
in
made
1.
that the semester I was student teaching.
Yeah.
Because one of my classes that I was... It's heavy. Yeah, it's very heavy. It's ceramic.
Yeah.
And I was teaching Sculpture 3 that year that I student taught. And that class was basically a bunch of students who had taken a lot of art classes to get to Sculpture 3 in high school. And that it was basically like, well, make yourself a sculpture, and that's going to be it for the semester.
In your sculpture.
Well, I was teaching, but the professor, or the teacher, the high school teacher I worked with was like, well, you've never made anything like this out of clay. So why don't you just make something and then, like, talk to the kids and see how they're doing if you can help. So I made that. And I remember, because clay can only be so thick.
Yeah.
You can't, like, fire it in the kiln if it's too thick, or the water never really evaporates and water expands when it gets to steam and then clay breaks.
Yep.
So, like, you build it solid and then you hollow it out. And I had to take this giant drill bit that was seriously this big and, like, lay the thing on a really thick piece of foam. And then I had to, like, hand drill up through the head to get all the clay out. And then, like, I had to scoop out the head, so, like, I cut off the back half of the head and then had to, like, scoop out the inside. So it was kind of funny because it was a zombie and I was scooping out the brains. I was amused by it.
Things that you don't typically hear on Breakfast Stream. I had to drill up through the head and pull all of the brains out.
My students...
Welcome to Breakfast Stream.
The students who were in art club that year, they were doing a project where it was like a mailbox project, and they had to do, like, decorate a mailbox, and then they got auctioned off and the money went to charity. Haley said, wait, drill a hole, turn it into a lamp. That's kind of what happened. They built a giant Buddha statue out of clay that held the mailbox, and then the other arm held, like, a newspaper box.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was out of clay, and, like, I did one of the feet. Like, I sculpted the foot, and it was, like, a human-sized foot, like, how big it was. It was really cool.
Was it heavy?
Yeah, we had to put it...
Because it seems like it would be
on
heavy.
a cart that had wheels and, like, built it on top of that.
Because, like...
And then we fired it in pieces and then glued it together back on the cart.
Because, like Haley said in relation to the lamp...
the lamp is heavy.
It's very heavy. Clay is heavy.
The lamp is heavier than Kepler, but I don't know how much it weighs offhand.
We have never weighed the
No.
lamp and Kepler against each other. the heavier will become our one true son.
Kepler. You better get some weight on you, bud.
We get 300 bits from Noir Kitty, which just says, clown vibes. 300 from Gold Major says, I would normally be at work today, probably cutting the horns and fins off shelled shrimp to feed to sharks and rays, but instead I'm home incubating COVID.
Oh no, Gold Mage.
At least I can be here live, silver linings and all. We had...
A lot of people on Tuesday.
There was more people sick on Tuesday than any other time this year. Easily. Many had cold, some had the flu, some had COVID, and I'm not terribly surprised to find out there would be more people sick on Thursday as a result. I wish you good vibes, and I wish you a very fast recovery so you can get back to sharks and rays. Just because, again, it sounds so fun. I just want to be around the fish. Just want to be around the fish. Jessica says, I'm still sick. Good vibes to everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, it must just be, you know, to some extent, it's just that time of year. Because there are some folks that, you know, they don't have COVID, but they manage to get a cold or flu or whatever.
There's a flu going around that I hear is nasty.
Yeah?
Yeah. We should probably get our flu shots.
Did we not get them?
No, we only got COVID bivalent boosters. The updated booster.
Oh, yeah, I thought we did them at the same time, but I guess we didn't.
We skipped it because I didn't want to get it too early. Because, like, when we get sick, we tend to get sick more so in January, so I wanted to get it, like, a little closer to that. But now we're into October, so... Next time we go to the grocery store.
I don't know what that means. 300 bits from Slick Duke, who says, does Steven look dapper in the suit? I mean,
I thought you looked good after he had pinned it.
Mallory
And I'm excited to see you in, like, the full getup.
Mallory's extremely biased because Mallory likes me. So
I was gonna say, I like a man in a suit. What?
Well, then, I
mean, yeah.
But also, like, me.
Yeah.
Because we did get, like, married a while ago.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think
we were trying to think of the last time you wore, like, a full suit.
It's been a long time.
I think it was Jarrett and Annie's wedding. You could post a pic here and we'll judge it. I could take a screenshot from the video I took.
Oh, yeah? Well, you work on that. We got 19 months from Terrible99. 4 months from Legend of Kiara. 333 bits from LB30. It says, what's this one? I can't even tell people. If people were to ever ask me, like, what alert is this? I would have, like, a vague idea, but I wouldn't actually know. 3 months from Ethelis. 300 bits from Sachi says, say, hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres?
Hors d'oeuvres. Looks like honestly, you're supposed to read it as horse divorce. And that word was actually originally coined during a very special episode of Mr. Rad.
I didn't realize this clip was so short. Okay.
Horse divorce, yeah. It's pronounced horse divorce. That's a French word you should be able to say without problem, but look at that word. Yeah. Hors d'oeuvres, which is another thing that, like, you can't spell that. Like, if you needed to write that, you would just write horse divorce because you're like, it's impossible to actually write out. I love horse divorce. I love horse divorce. It's great. 30 bits from Deluminator says, I'm getting married a week from Saturday, so I recently got my first tailored suit with my future husband. It's a neat experience, and also I feel like most people will like the experience more than I did. Like, I didn't dislike it, but I'm south of neutral.
Yeah.
So I feel like most people will at least be like really... Also, if you're getting married, you're going to be excited because of that, right? Because you're like, I'm getting married. This is the suit I'm going to wear while getting married.
The advice Paul gave us was a tailored suit is better than a not tailored suit. So if you can find a cheaper tailored suit versus a more expensive off-the-rack suit, that was a better... It would look better.
It's better for your clothes to fit you.
Yeah.
which is what a wild concept. It's better when clothes fit. Yeah, I actually, honestly, this does remind me that, not to put her on the spot, Haley said that she would make me a custom-fitted shirt at some point while we live here. And I'm actually looking forward to that because I've never had such a thing. And I don't know what it would look like or what it would feel like or, you know, what that experience would be like. Because this is, me getting this suit is the first time I've ever had anything that fits my body. Because I am, as some of you may have known, a long boy.
You have a long torso.
I have a long body, and I'm very thin but very long, and it's very difficult to find shirts that support that.
When we go to a store and Stephen buys jeans, if we're lucky, we can find one, maybe two pairs that are in his size.
Yeah.
Because men's pants come in waist and inseam.
Yeah. And it is a little difficult.
It is.
Because you gotta get the waist is like this, but then the legs are like that. So that is my size. That's my size, Rachel. 34 by 36. That's me. So yeah, finding that is hard. So yeah, it sucks. And then the other thing is that sometimes the pants, and I've only recently learned this in the last little bit, sometimes the pants aren't actually super flattering.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
feel like in the last 2 years you've been like, oh.
So, well, here's the thing, and this is the whole thing. The butt of the pants is behind you. So, like, you don't actually know what your butt looks like. And as it turns out, in some of my pants, the butt is, like, down by, like,
It's
my
droopy.
knees.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently you want the butt up where the butt goes, as opposed to down at the knees, which is not where your butt is. So, yeah, that's the problem. I didn't know that, because, you know, I put on the pants and I can see.
They fit.
I can
get them on my body.
They
that's kind of all
fit,
you do.
And then I look down and I'm like, they're on myself. Thomas says, I gotta do this in a Thomas voice. You gotta check yourself out every now and then, Thomas. That one's free. That's a new alert.
All right, Haley,
for
go
Thomas.
find your wild Brandon.
Go get yourself a Brandon. Take him home. Raise him as your own. Give him lots of what does Brandon eat?
Heat.
Heat? Give him
Brandon's always cold.
Give him a heat lamp. He'll be fine. Thomas says yes. I say my name at the end of every sentence. You definitely, at least like half the time. I mean, me and Mal have talked about how it's a little weird, but it's very enduring, so we just allow it to happen. 300 bits from Genesis, who says, yeah, I'm with Mal on the pen talk. Fountain pens are the way to go every time. I've written with it a few times, and it does make me mad. So I don't.
Have I had you write with
use it.
anything other than the stub?
That's a word that I don't know what that is.
I'll go get them. I put the suit picture in mod.
It's show and tell morning on
It is.
breakfast stream. Welcome to show and tell. I hope you're excited about show and tell. 300 bits from Shy, who says, I knew this music. Oh, there's my suit. That's me in a suit.
I did not take much. It's like an 8-second clip.
Man, the angle from this makes it look like my head's real small. But it does look nice. I love this. Yeah, so I went in yesterday dressed as Stephen George. So I did have shorts and flip-flops on. And whenever he was doing the the pins on the ankles. He was like, you'll have to flip off your flip flops, and I was like, okay.
We brought your dress shoes yesterday because when you have a dress hemmed as a woman, you normally have heels, so you need to know how long your heels are because, like, you'll step on the dress. So I brought your dress shoes thinking you would have to put them on, but he did not put them on. But I suppose that doesn't happen with men's. Beep.
Ow!
The spoon hurt you?
I stabbed myself with a spoon! That wasn't supposed to happen. Anyway, 300 Bits from Shy says, I knew this music sounded familiar, but I couldn't place it. Dear Lord, RuneScape. So much of middle school was spent with games in that, with friends in that game. Mao and I have played RuneScape exactly once.
We have?
Yeah, one time together when we were dating, because we were looking for games to play together, and we booted up RuneScape once, and we played it, and then we just never got back to it. RuneScape is still actually very popular. One of our friends, Will, still plays RuneScape, old school RuneScape, and it seems like a lot of folks that grew up with it still play because it's very much a nostalgic thing. You know, it's like, this gave me good brain juices, and if I play it now, it still gives good brain juices. And honestly, be kind to your brains. If that's what gives you good brain juices, like, you do good brain juice. You need it. Were you gonna show off these?
I was. So I have 3 fountain pens, but one of them does not have ink in it right now.
Okay.
So these are both the TWSBI brand fountain pens, and one is the Diamond and one is the Echo. The black one is the Echo, which is the cheaper one. And this is a medium tip, like because there's fine and extra fine.
Okay.
This is, oh wait, no, this one's extra fine, sorry. The blue one I have is medium. So this one is extra fine. It's just like a normal
So they don't pull out.
point.
You have to unscrew it.
Yeah, because if it leaks, then it's contained. And
Okay.
it won't leak out.
Okay.
So when you write with this, you write with the silver up.
Yeah.
You can't write upside down really, and
Okay.
it'll probably make a mess. And then you just use the tip and you write.
Are you asking me
Yeah,
to write?
I write all the time with it.
I don't want to do it.
Genesis says, I love the TWSBI Echo. I love that pen. If you like that pen and you haven't tried the diamonds, this is the, 580 ALR. It's a nice upgrade. It just feels sturdier when you're, like, filling it. Why aren't you writing on the table like a person?
Because that's harder. This is easier.
How is that harder?
Because it's like up here. It's so hard. I would rather do this.
Joseph, do you have any gold nib pens yet? I do not. I only have these 3, and they're all TWSBIs. TWSBI has a really cool one that has, like, rainbow. Oh, I want it. Oh, you're trying to write very nicely.
I mean, kind of.
Harlequin says, I want to get back into fountain pens, but I don't want to use cartridges. It's not very egg-kill friendly. I need to work out converters. These are both piston fill. So you'd put the pen in, and then you twist this part, and it sucks up the ink, and then it holds it in there. You've spun the pen.
No, I haven't.
You spun it a little bit. It's fine. It'll be harder to do that with this one.
That's terrible.
While you're writing, we got 300 bits from the Thrilla. Thank you. 300 bits from Shy, who says, Grandpa, geometry is indeed math. In fact, it's one of the cornerstones of mathematics.
Oh, I never argued that.
Yeah, you just were identifying shapes as not math. Is that what you were arguing?
Identifying shapes is not math. I'm aware that geometry is math. Geometry was the beginning of the spiral downward
That was
for all
my
of
favorite
my
math class. That and logic. Oh, I loved logic. I was also
So
the
you're
only
gonna-
student who was
You're gonna
like
give me
awake.
the other one? Now, are these different in some way?
Yes, so you see the points? This one's more blunt tipped. This is a stub, which is an italic tip. So you need to really make sure, otherwise it's not going to write well for you.
Yeah, my favorite thing about owning writing utensils is, oops, I turned them 5 degrees and now they don't work anymore. That seems like a good thing to have.
Jonathan says, Steven, this is how we feel when you talk about cameras.
Oh my god.
I've seen multiple people say, Logic is cool, but I hated proofs. That was the worst unit. Once I got through that, it was like, oh, okay, Logic is great. 300 bits from Radio Dread, who says, clown test. And 500 bits from Tendacrowd, who says, I just want a clown. Lots of clowns. Oh, you've spun it. You keep spinning it and writing sideways. Okay. Cheese Hammer gifted a sub to Potato Hammer 720. There's a lot of potato usernames.
It is hard.
Shout out to Spud Big Mama.
It is hard to write in midair.
I know, that's why there's a table here. And we have a 33-month resub from the Thunder Striker, and Jay Lineback gifted a sub too. Math is very awesome. So when I write, I always write with the silver straight up. See? You were writing with it like this way.
So when I write, I can spin the pen any direction I darn well please because my pen doesn't require it to align with the moon in order to write. I don't have to please a pen god in order to write something down on a sheet of paper. Oh my god. I'm glad that you have a thing that you enjoy. I do not understand the appeal at all. Not even a little bit. It is not utilitarian. It does not just make right. Just write down a thing. That's all I want to do. I need to write down the Quick Fox had diarrhea and
Yeah, that is what he wrote.
Well, I was gonna write.
And then I did a scribble.
Well, I was gonna write the Quick Fox jumps over the
brown dog?
Brown dog or whatever, but I realized there wasn't enough space and I didn't want to take up your thing, so I was like, what word will fit?
To the back so there was blank paper.
What word will fit? And the word was diarrhea, so I put the Quick Fox had diarrhea. Anyway, the black one was fine, but the purple one was terrible and terrifying.
Oh, that's my favorite one.
But you have to have it perfect.
Yeah. Because you have, like, tines, right? The tip is 2 tines because the ink flows between the 2 tines. And so when you write different, like, one will catch on the paper and they kind of they tear a little bit on the paper.
Why aren't you
Anyway,
perfect?
the TWSBI Eco is a really good starter pen. Also, this is my 2021 weeks, my Hobonichi weeks.
I'm glad you have something you enjoy.
It's shiny and pretty.
If you ever hand me a fountain pen to write with, I will scream. $300 bits for Satsy, who says, goodness, I still feel gross. Still not COVID. But I now have green Lucozade. Thanks for a good neighbor. I expect there's going to be more naps after this. Most of yesterday was naps. Today will be naps, and at some point, I might get better. Clown or uwu? You got uwu. Well, good vibes heading your way.
I hope you start feeling better, Satsy.
And, you know, naps. I mean, that's a positive, right? Naps are great. Being forced to take naps because you feel ill is not great. But hopefully we can balance each other out just like a little bit. Like a little bit. Really want to try Lucozade.
Quinn asked,
Some point.
Quinn asked what pen this was again. This is a TWSBI, which is TWSBI. It has a weird spelling. There might be a Z in it. It's not written on the pen itself, so
It's not written on the pen?
no, the type of, like, this is Echo. This is a TWSBI Echo, and this is a TWSBI Diamond. Oh wait, here it is. TWSBI. I was right.
It's written on the pen.
It was on the other side. I missed it.
Ah, we don't flip to that side because that's the side where the pen doesn't write. I'm just gonna save my allotment.
Oh, Chess has their website.
I'm gonna save my allotment of camera talk. I'm just gonna build it up.
You've had enough camera talk.
We get 397 bits from Aldo. It says, you know the problem with math jokes? Algebra jokes are all too formulaic. Calculus jokes are too limited. And arithmetic jokes are too basic.
Line Rider says, personally, I think calculus jokes are derivative.
I don't really fully understand what all of these mean. I didn't have calculus. And I don't actually know what calculus is. Don't have any idea. And don't I like not even a clue of what it would be about.
Do you know what comes after that?
Calculus 2.
I mean, sometimes, yeah. I remember because Carly went into astrophysics. Like, that was, like, the start of her major in college. I think that's actually her undergrad. And she has a master's in education. I think that's what it is. I forget. And I was like, so Carly, you took calc in high school. What math are you taking in college? And she's like, differential equations. I was like, I don't know what those are.
Yeah, I don't. OnlyLink Plus says, to oversimplify heavily, calculus is about calculating rates of change and areas.
I wish they would have told me that in high school. That would have helped a lot. It was just like, here are some equations. This is when you use them. Go on, do it.
There's a certain look that students give, and the people that do either the teachers or the people doing the classes, they know that look, and when they see it, they go, oh, and they don't put you into the class. And I had that look real good, where they're like, so sometimes there's leathers in math, and I went, and they went, oh no, okay, all right, don't worry, buddy, we'll get you taken care of. And then it was all okay.
I did really good until I got to Trig Pre-Calc, which was the same class for me.
What is trigonometry? What is that?
It's like still geometry stuff.
So why don't they call it Geometry 2?
I don't know. I don't remember. This was over 10 years ago. See, in my school it was, oh, did you pass the last class? Okay, you're into the next class. So, like, I did really good in geometry, and they were like, all right, let's put you in trig.
Multiple people have said triangles. I am so mad. Trigonometry is just triangles? It's fine. Hold on. I have a follow-up question.
So let's move back to pens.
No, actually, God, as much as I hate math, I'd rather stay on this subject. Didn't you talk about math in high school? I did. When I think of math, I get very hungry for Taco Bell. It's a whole thing. If trigonometry is for triangles...
And angles.
Do we have... squareometry?
Well, those also have angles.
Or rhombusology? Or hectometry?
Huh.
That's just geometry. So, sorry, I got another little follow-up question. Why are triangles so special? Why? Why did we have to have an entire...
Triangles are the building block of all of those, Codeface says. You make rectangles from triangles. Squares are just two triangles next to each other.
What's the other math that I don't know about?
Stats?
That's not what I was
Logic?
going to say. There's like trigonometry and calculus and... I mean, I took algebra, but I don't know anything about it. Is there another one I'm thinking of? Maybe not. Everyone's mentioning things that I wasn't thinking of. I don't know. Maybe that's all of the scary words. Linear algebra? I don't know. I don't want to have to think about this anymore.
So back to pens.
If y'all got the math, that cool. Keep it. Back to hash browns, something I'm good at.
Talking about hash browns.
Eating hash browns. Big loop today.
Yeah.
Back to hash browns. Yeah. Yes, math was just not my strong suit. Which is weird, right?
Yes, we do, Chaz. We want to see the extra life totals.
Oh, Chaz, yeah, show me that. Those are some numbers I can handle. Other numbers, can't handle it. These numbers, can handle. Oh my god.
Sonic and the Black Knight's creeping up there all the way to the top.
So really not creeping.
No,
it crept. It done crept.
It did.
$7.50 on Sonic Black Knight, $600 for Munchables. What is the Munchables? What is that?
You don't know what the Munchables are?
Should I know?
I see.
Is that...
Is it Disney? Are they Disney?
Is that like
No, it's not Disney. It's,
Lunchables for swingers or something?
No. It's like an IP. I forget.
It's an IP?
Aren't they? That's what it is.
Is that a Pokemon?
I think they look a little more like Digimon.
Is that a Digimon? God, when I was a kid, and I remember being like, it's not a Nintendo. It's a PlayStation. We're going over to play the PlayStation. Now I'm just that person. Like, is that a Digimon? How many Digimons did you get? Did you digivolve your Digimon? Also, I don't know anything about Digimon. Hey, 16! 1600 bits from Aldo. Speaking of extra life, I wonder how many days there are left. If only there was an alert that could help me. Oh my god, is it really only 16?
Oh my god, I have so much to do.
It is.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'm still breathing. No, I'm not breathing. Am I breathing? There it is. There's some breath. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. Yeah, it did. It definitely did. That's not very many days.
No, it's
That's not very many days.
Yep.
That's very soon days.
Really soon.
Very many soon days. That's
Many
not.
soon.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Chaz, how you doing?
Chaz, are you good, bud? Are you good? Are you good, Chaz? Are you good? You doing good? Better than me? Better.
It's fine.
The thing is, I still have some things to do
Yeah, tell me about it.
that are related to Extra Life. But I still have many other things to do that aren't.
Yeah.
Like one of the things, one of the things I haven't done that I need to do? I need to skin the border for Wii U.
Yeah.
I haven't done that.
Yeah.
And I need to do that.
Yeah.
And fortunately, Wii is done, right?
Yeah, because that was last year.
Yeah.
And the year before.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I started my painting.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I did the background. I gotta do another layer. Should probably post to Patreon.
Yeah, it's really good. Really happy.
But it was late last night.
Good job.
And then I'm gonna clean. Because we got people coming over today. Tonight. Really.
I mean, you gotta
And I
have
still have laundry to do.
you gotta have a party.
Yeah.
Brandon is moving here.
Yeah.
You gotta have a party.
Yeah.
And Josh is here.
Yeah.
Do they know?
Josh has posted about Hal. Hal was on a stream too.
Okay, so Hal is also here. I've never met Hal.
Yeah.
I'm going to meet Hal tonight.
Alex and Haley met Hal the other day. They stopped in.
I'm gonna meet Hal. What was I doing? Sorry, my brain turned off completely when I learned that Extra Life was in 16 days. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. We're doing good. We got 15 months from Hela Link. 300 bits from Satsu says, if I can get Extra Life is in a week, clown, that'd be magical. I'm really glad Extra Life is not in a week. That would be too soon.
Yeah.
It would be too
That's
soon.
the date I want my painting to be done by.
You got some painting to do.
I do.
I stayed up very late.
My plan is to go do another background layer and then start laundry and clean. And then start dinner for tonight.
I stayed up very late. So anyway, let's talk about the things that are happening today. So on Tuesday, I was like, I'll get a vlog out. I didn't. There have been so many things that have occurred.
Yep.
And I have basically just screamed into the ether. However...
Into the ether.
Into the ether. Sorry, this is the... I'm just doing ether.
I am the ether.
You're my favorite ether. But I did, however, get a vlog done. I got the final September vlog done, and I got it scheduled.
The hurricane one.
The hurricane one. I did get it done, and I scheduled it for 9 minutes from now. So I did get that finished. Good. There's been a lot happening, and it's unfortunate because I've gotten just a little bit behind, and I really need to work on it, and I have not had time because there have been other things to work on. But it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It'll get done. October, as it turns out, has been a very, very busy month. But there's been some really good things that have come of it. We did do the puzzle stream on Sunday, and that was exciting and fun. We will be doing more of that. I don't believe we're doing it this Sunday.
I thought we confirmed we were not doing it this Sunday.
Yes, which is why I said I do not believe we're doing it this Sunday. But we will be back at it probably the Sunday after. Probably the Sunday after. We'll announce it at some point. At some point. December will be more chill.
Yep.
November will be busy, actually, because we will be
Yep.
back in Wisconsin.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. What is Minnesota other than Wisconsin too? They are both collectively holding hands.
Minnesota, Wisconsin.
The Midwest. It's
Doesn't Bon Iver have a song called Minnesota, Wisconsin? Yeah, he does.
Anyway, the only thing that matters to me is football fans.
Yeah, they do.
The only thing that matters to me is that cold November, cold. Mal's dad called yesterday and was talking to Mal on the phone and was wanting to know how I was going to fare in November for the wedding. And I was thinking, probably not good.
Wedding's inside.
Completely?
Yeah. Oh, wait, there's photos outside.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die.
We have
What?
to go to the... There's like a thing nearby to do photos.
I'm also shooting it. I think I've said that before, but Carly wanted me to...
You're the videographer.
Yeah. I would not want to be entrusted to do wedding photos because that is a thing, and you cannot screw those up. And I don't do that for a living, so that would be not something I would want to do. I'm videoing the wedding. That I can do. I can do that. I've been to a wedding, and I videoed things, and occasionally I videoed a wedding.
I mean, it's not like you can sit by me, so...
What do you mean?
Because I'm going to be up next to Carly. So it's not like you're gonna get to sit next to me for the wedding. Because I won't be sitting. I'm in the wedding.
You don't get to eat?
I do, but I get to be at a different table. Carly put you by my dad and Rhonda. And my grandma. I sit up by Carly.
Where is that gonna be? Where is...
Well, she's doing one
Sorry.
harvest table and a bunch
Mr.
of
Gamer says, do you
tables.
not know how weddings work? No. Eating is my first concern. It is a wedding, so the most important thing that's going to be taking place at any wedding is food.
The food.
And then second to that is the marriage.
Yeah, I'm at the head table. You know how we sat alone at our wedding and it was just you and me?
Yeah, is that not how every wedding works?
Sometimes it's like a full Last Supper table with the whole wedding party.
You're Judas.
No.
Kyle is Judas. Who's Judas?
No one.
That's what Judas wants you to think. I haven't learned a lot this morning. I had people yell at me about triangles and yell at me about
Squares.
squares and yell at me about pens that don't write. And now we're end capping it all by learning that someone's getting betrayed at this wedding. What a scary thought. 3 months from Autumn Vixen the 9th. Stay tuned.
It's wedding not biblical among us.
Stay tuned. All right. I do need a nap.
Yeah, you do.
I do need a nap, and I am going to
Take a nap.
I am going to acquire a nap. Did we announce everything we had to announce?
Tomorrow we're doing the quarry with Alex and Haley.
Oh yeah. God, I have hiccups. Sorry, I got so nervous thinking that Judas is going to be at the wedding. The continuation of the quarry will be happening tomorrow. So
Gotta find out what happened to Hat.
Look forward to that. There's been a few episodes already posted to Stephen Plays. I think the VOD, if you want to straight up watch the VOD, I think the VOD is scheduled for tomorrow, I believe. Tomorrow at noon.
Yeah.
Sounds right. So you can catch up and then join us for the continuation of. It's a good. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really curious who will kill off their person first. It could be me. And then I think Saturday's video is Codenames. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, nothing more to announce. Thank you all so much for being here this morning. We had a wacky time.
Yep.
We learned a lot.
We sure did.
Maybe we didn't learn anything. We will see you back here tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern for... What's the game we're
The
playing?
quarry.
I just, honest to God, I think... Join us for Until Dawn 2.
Yeah.
Which it
Yeah,
is,
not
kind
wrong.
of. It, you know, it's not the name of the game, but that's kind of how I think about it.